Welcome back to The Remote Life. My name is Han Talbot, also known as Han World, and today we'll be chatting with Janella Shirley. An attorney and candle creator, she moved from the US and is now enjoying life in Barbados thanks to the Welcome Stamp visa. In this episode, we'll be talking more about that visa process as well as Janella's experiences of island life. So grab a coffee, a tea, or something stronger, and let's get started. So Janella, welcome to The Remote Life podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Just arrived and we're sat at Lime Grove and still a little bit. I'm not going to lie, trying to adjust the...
Gotcha. My sleep has been off ever since I've moved here.
Oh, okay. So you've got to just tell us about you and your remote life journey so far and how long you've been here as well.
So I moved to Barbados about 2 months ago. Prior to moving, I had a really good friend from here. And so I have been visiting for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But of course, visiting and living, two separate things.
Yeah.
So far, so good. It's just been an adjustment, right? So learning the customs, learning the ways, diving deep into kind of the ins and outs of society here, that's been a learning experience. And just as far as sleep, because it gets so dark here so early, I'm up. I can't sleep past 4 a.m., 4:30. Yeah. So that's, yeah.
Straight away.
Agreed. And so that's been a bit of an adjustment as well. Yeah.
Tell us about your business or like what you do for work.
I'm an attorney. I'm a corporate lawyer. So I have the ability, I've been working permanently from home even before COVID with my company. So I work with a tech company that bought an insurance company. And so I'm the counsel for the insurance company. I'm an insurance lawyer in the state. Yeah.
All remote.
All remote. Yeah. I have to go back to the States every 60 or so days.
Okay.
But for being able to live where I want to live, small price.
Yeah, 1000%. So obviously you said you've been coming back for the last 10 years. But why Barbados? So what was it about this island specifically?
So my good friend introduced me and I just fell in love with the people. The people were really kind, the culture, just the island, of course, the beaches. I'm a water person. So the beautiful beaches, but it was really the people, right? Just the friendliness, the welcomeness of my experience that first time. I just wanted to keep coming back. And so I came back every year, once or twice a year. Usually around crop over, I'll come. But also like usually to do a trip in January as well. But it really was the people.
You got to tell us more about crop over.
I love it.
Crop over season right now.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about it because I'm hearing music everywhere at the moment and it's a vibe.
Yes. So I've never been here this early for crop over. So I'm going to get to experience kind of the season as well. But I love crop over. It's a festival that has historical roots. But it's just really a time of celebrating freedom and just the spirit of freeness is why I love crop over. I love carnival in general. But particularly crop over, it's just a time when everybody comes together. Everybody's free. We're dancing. It's parties. Of course, lots of rum. So it's just a good time and a good vibe. And I usually join one of the big bands as far as my costume. So it's just been a good experience. Yeah. So right now, trying to stay in the gym to get in this costume is the top priority. Oh, yeah. But I love crop over. It's just it's when you'll hear soca music. And I love soca music. So good experience. Are you going to be here during crop over?
I don't think so. I'm literally here for like a few days, but I'm so gutted about because that would just be an absolute I'd be so here for it.
Grand Kaduma Day is always the first Monday in August. So it's always just a good time to come that last week of July, first week of August.
It's a warm up and then get into it.
Yes.
Where's like the best go-to spot for crop over? Or is it just like a series of...
It's a series of parties. Okay. So it could be local parties. It could be private parties. There's just a line everywhere. So it just depends. But every weekend up until August, you'll find a party somewhere. They have weekly events. They have private events. My best friend is coming into town next week and they have a couple of private parties. So it's just a series of parties. Yeah.
You mentioned earlier about some of the different customs and whatnot as well. So talk to me a bit more about that. What was it that you noticed that was so different or not?
I think the biggest thing coming from the States where it's hustle, 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 grind. No one likes to wait for anything. It's just been a more laid back pace. And so you have to pack your patience, right? When you go into any new environment, but it's just a slower pace. And so you have to understand ION time and understand that means they're probably not going to be there at that time, or like, for example, I bought a car here and I had to get my car registered. Well, that took a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
compared to what I'm used to. It would have been a very easy process online in the States. So you're not going to get all the convenience, but what you get is a peace of mind,
Right.
a laid back lifestyle. And that's why I'm here. I don't want the hustle and bustle. Yes, I work very hard as an attorney, but I also want to be able to turn that off.
Yeah.
And we don't have that opportunity always in the state. So that's what I really appreciate about living here. It's just the custom of, hey, it's laid back and you got to chill out. And so
You have to chill out.
You have
I
to.
will tell you, like,
or you're going to run yourself crazy. Things are just not at the pace, or, some things that, and you have to have what I'm also not used to. You have to have a reservation to do anything here,
okay.
whether it's a restaurant, whether it's to get your nails done, whatever it is, you can't just walk into a restaurant most times. So it just requires some pre-thought. So it's just a different way of thinking, different ways of doing things, some of the dialect. And so it's just a learning experience. I'm taking each day as a learning experience. Yeah.
When you are having downtime, what is like your go-to thing to do, or like what's the one thing people have to do on their leisure time?
For me, my downtime, and I know that if you're from here, you get so used to the beach that it's not a big deal, but I love the beach. So every weekend I'm making sure, it could be in the morning, it could be in the evening, just getting me some good beach time to hear the ocean waves, to look at that view.
Yeah.
And so for me, that is my go-to. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite beach, or?
I usually go to Carlisle Bay, but I'm trying to go to various beaches on the island. So I've been to Crane Beach on the East Coast. I've been to Mullins on the West Coast. It just depends. Give me beach and the sargassum, the seaweed hasn't been too bad. But usually my go-to is around Carlisle Bay. It's just beautiful.
Cool. So in terms of the welcome stamp, what was the process for you? Because I feel like it was relatively straightforward for a lot of people, right?
It was super straightforward. I applied online, did my application. They followed up and they were very good about giving me kind of the progress. Hey, we're reviewing it. They required a letter from my employer, so I had to supplement some additional information to make sure I met the income requirement. But after that, I paid my fee, gave them the extra information they required, and it was approved immediately after review. I mean, the whole thing took, for me, because I had to provide additional information, I think it took about 2 weeks, but it was a very seamless process. And then they send you your visa with your picture instantly. So I was able to download that. So when I came, I just showed that to immigration. So it was a really easy process. Yeah.
And it's for a year, right?
I'm sorry?
The visa's for a year?
Yes, it's for a year, and then you can renew it every year. So I plan on renewing it. I plan on being here at least, 3 to 4 years. Yeah.
But can I ask, like, why that time frame? That seems very like you've got a plan.
One, it depends. My mother is elderly, so it depends on, as long as her health is going, I'll stay here. And quite frankly, there's a lot going on in the States, so I just like to wait until things calm down. And this is a really good place to park. And so then,
has Mom been here?
She's been here plenty of times before, and she's coming in October, so I'll have to play chauffeur and show Mom around. But yeah, she enjoys the island as well.
I love that.
It's a good time for her to just take a break and relax. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. So in terms of community, so you mentioned you have friends here already, right?
I had some friends here, but I've moved around a lot for my career. So meeting new people, I don't know a stranger. So I just knew I would have to build my community here. And I didn't just want to build it with expats.
Yeah.
I wanted to build my community with locals as well. And so I have a good mix so far of meeting expats and doing things with them and building connections there, but also meeting local, Barbadians and making those connections as well. I want a mix of both. I don't want to just stay in the expat bubble. I came here for a unique and local experience, and that's kind of what I'm aiming towards. But listen, building connections, you have to be very intentional, because it just doesn't happen automatically as you think.
Right.
Barbadians are very friendly once you kind of know you and you're in their circles, but it's just not as easy to build these connections. So I have to be intentional. I have to go to different events and make it a point of purposely trying to make connection. So
we were talking about sporting events being like the go-to place earlier for like community connections, but is that the same for you? Or?
Yeah, I went to some squash matches this weekend. And I've also done, like some of the girls in a group want to do a catamaran cruise. I'll do that. Or I just and basically saying yes to every opportunity and keeping a really open mind.
Love
And I
that.
think everything will fall in place from there.
Is there anything that you wish you maybe known before you took the leap to move here, or maybe that people might be surprised to know?
I think I wasn't necessarily surprised, but I think that you have to understand that the cost of things are going to be more,
Right.
especially food, because everything is imported. So I understood that, but then when it's every time you're going to the grocery store, it's almost double what I'm used to paying in the States. And so it's just going to be some differences. I think knowing that some of the costs may be higher, some of the costs may be lower. I'm not shopping on Amazon every day, so that's an expense that has gone away, but other expenses in other areas have rise. So just being aware of your budget and making sure in the lifestyle that you want to live. I think you need to be aware of that. And also, I would say, whenever you are a foreigner coming to a different country, there are going to be perceptions of foreigners. Understanding the nuances in that and how it may impact, for example, like maybe dating and what they perceive, of foreigners. So I think it's just, you have to just come in with an open mind to learn, and don't expect what you had at home,
A part of me knows that there's gonna be some people going, "Tell me more about dating," and I will.
I don't know. I don't have enough experience yet, but I do find that there are sometimes perceptions of foreign women and what they may think.
Yeah.
And maybe not always positive based
Okay.
on, what they might be used to. So it's just navigating that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a series of quick fire question.
Okay.
Now. Okay. So, where's your favorite place for coffee?
Favorite place for coffee? So cliche. But we wouldn't know. I was just talking about me. Of course, because I'm from the US, I just go to Starbucks. It doesn't
Okay.
make it my favorite place. It's just what I'm going to. Yeah. I'm used
Oh,
to, I know
heaven.
my order. Yeah, they die hard. But branching out from there, I also like the cake lady in the Gap.
Cake lady, yeah.
Yeah, the desserts are really good, sandwiches are really good, and her coffee's really good. So usually if I'm taking a break, I'll run over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite cafe or space to work from?
Mm, I'm usually working from home
Okay.
because I take so many meetings that I can't always do it in a public space. But I need to find a good cafe to work from. So that's on my list.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stay posted for that one.
Yeah.
And then favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
I love the grilled fish. So they call it dolphin here, but mahi mahi. So I'm always like any kind of grilled fish, I'm there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fish is incredible.
Yeah.
Already, how I can't go back to eating fish in the same way.
Agree. So that's usually always my go-to. Any kind of seafood. I'm not a huge macaroni pie fan. I know that is like Asian. But I like pudding in the South. They serve that every Saturday here. So I like some of the local foods, but I'm just like the grilled seafood. That's on me.
And favorite shopping?
Favorite shopping?
Yeah. We're in Lime Grove right now.
I like Lime Grove.
Yeah.
I also go to like just independent boutique. Like you'll find them. I live in Christchurch. And there are different little boutiques. I can't think of the names right now, but they have fun, like just clothing and different options. So I just like the individually owned boutiques. Yeah, not like your malls or anything like that.
Cool. Yeah. You've got plenty of those. I'm seeing so many that I'm already kind of at the window in the car.
Yes. So I like kind of more of just the individual boutiques.
Yeah. Okay, final question. Fill in the blank. Home is where?
Home is where? Home is wherever you make it.
Has things to do with it? Okay.
Yeah. I think home it depends on what you're looking for too, but I certainly feel at home here. And for me, home is peace, is like love, is connection and building those connections. And I find all of that here.
I was going to say, it sounds like Barbados from what you already told me.
Of course, every location is going to be a transition. Every location has their uniqueness, but yeah, this feels at home for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for chatting to us.
You're welcome. Nice chatting with you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Remote Life. And thank you, Janella, for taking the time to speak with us. Thank you also Barbados Tourism for having us on the island. You can find links to their profiles below. Thank you so much again for listening, and we can't wait to remote work with you again soon.